Akshay Marathe's Okhla. You had Amanatullah Khan. This is a seat with a large Muslim population. You're trailing Manish Chaudhary. Manish Chaudhary could well become the first BJP candidate to win here, first non-Muslim candidate to win Okhla. It's never happened. And that in itself could tell a story. He's leading now by more than 2,000 votes.
No, Rajiv ji, I think if you look at Indian politics, it is not uncommon for a Hindu candidate from the BJP to win in a Muslim majority seat, especially when the likes of...
Never happened in Okhla.
It has never happened in Okhla, but it has happened in Mustafabad before. It has happened in several seats of Uttar Pradesh. And it typically happens when you have a spoiler party like the AIMIM. And in this case, even the Congress, which is working in cahoots with the Bharatiya Janata Party to defeat the Aam Aadmi Party. And that's probably what we are seeing right now. That
but to say it's a spoiler party is just being very dismissive. No, Akshay Marathi, the fact is it happens when the Muslim community loses faith in their principal patron. For the last two elections, the Muslims thought they were safe with AAP. They voted for AAP. Post what happened in the Northeast Delhi riots, post the last 5 years, they didn't feel that AAP provided safe harbor, which is why they picked some Congress candidates in some places and the AIMM in another place. Let Akshay Marathi respond, then we get a quick word from Supriya Shrinate.
No, Rahul, I think if you look at the majority of Muslim-dominated seats in Delhi, it is not as if the Aam Aadmi Party is doing badly. It is only in Okhla and perhaps in Mustafabad where we may not have done as well. It's not as if the Muslim community, lock, stock and barrel, has rejected the party. We have cross-section of support across all communities in Delhi, and we are very proud of that. But let me make one quick point. The way the Congress fought its campaign, they started with Silampur, they went after minority seats. That is the kind of cynical view of politics that the Congress has. If they wanted to win the election, they needed to go all across Delhi, but they wanted to weaken the Aam Aadmi Party.
Okay, let Supriya Shrinate make her point. Akshay, we've heard you. Let Supriya make the point.
Can I? You know, it's very rich of the Aam Aadmi Party to sit here and say that the Congress was in cahoots. If there is one political spectrum that the Congress represents, and the BJP represents the exact opposite. By that same logic, should I turn around and say that you were in cahoots with the BJP in Gujarat, in Goa, in Haryana, in Uttarakhand? I think this is an illogical statement to make. The reality is that you were in governance for 11 years. You were the ones who were going to be put in the dock and asked those questions. You were the ones who were going to be questioned that when Delhi was ravaged with riots, why did you keep quiet? You went to Gujarat and you said, we are not going to speak about Bilkis Bano. You were the one who said, give me an hour and I'm going to clear up Shaheen Bagh. You expect to win these seats? Really? And you're going to blame the Congress party for your electoral losses? Please don't do that. The Congress chose to fight the election the way we did, whether it was fielding our prominent faces against your prominent leaders, because we had to lift the campaign. And quite frankly, every political party should assess and will assess its political fertile bastions and will try to rest them. I mean, you know, this crybaby attitude of the Aam Aadmi Party has to at some stage end. Because the Congress went, we are losing. Because they are in cahoots. What kind of a statement is this? Please do some internal introspection and come up with better arguments. Because then I can turn around and ask, what were you doing in Gujarat? What were you doing in Goa? What were you doing in Uttarakhand? What were you doing in Haryana? What the hell were you doing in Maharashtra? I mean, are these statements to be made on a day like today?
Supriya Shrinate, Akshay Marathi, the India Alliance has officially broken on India today. The India Alliance has officially broken there. I can see the split deep between the Aam Aadmi Party and the Congress, but I want to look at some of the leading candidates just for a moment. Arvind Kejriwal, as of now, is leading at the moment over Parvesh Verma, but the margin is less than 1,000 votes. You've got some of the other major candidates to look at. Manish Sisodia is now trailing from Jangpura against Tarvinder Singh Marwa, a three-time former Congress MLA, now with the BJP. The margin is about 1,300 votes. Congress's former Mayor Farhad Suri is picking up 743. Harish Khurana, the son of an old friend of mine, Madan Lal Khurana, is at the moment leading by 700 votes at the moment there in Moti Nagar. So he has to smile. He likes to smile a lot, and he's smiling at the moment. Kailash Ghelot, who switched over from the AAP to the BJP, former minister, close aide at one time of Arvind Kejriwal, is proving that he is a strongman of Bijwasan, shifted his seat, is leading there by more than 2,000 votes. So many of the heavyweights of the BJP are winning at the moment, while the heavyweights of the Aam Aadmi Party are, some of them, struggling at the moment. Atishi, the chief minister, is now trailing once again. It's going up and down there. It's a close race at the moment. Alka Lamba wiped out. She's just getting 493 votes at the moment. Atishi has 16,983. Ramesh Biduri at 18,531. So the margin is about 1,500 votes. And that really, in a way, reflects, Supriya Shrinate, before I come to you, Zafar Islam, the fact is that all these candidates you put up, the heavyweights, Sandeep Dixit, Alka Lamba, none of them are winning. You see, it's one thing to put up these heavyweights to galvanize your flock, but Alka Lamba is just getting less than 1,000 votes. What's the message? Ms. Shrinate.
No, I agree with you that none of them are winning. My heart goes out to both Alka Lamba and Sandeep Dixit. I agree with you that they're not winning. But I think them being in the political foray did help our narrative. Them being in the political foray did give a lot of talking points to, news channels and to the campaigns and to the narrative that we were setting. I will not dismiss this experiment because I think this experiment was important.
Okay.
If we had a very strong organization in Delhi, maybe the fielding of these candidates would have been in question. But not when we do not have a strong organization. You need to build up. You need to have talking points. You need to, for them to be present on news waves like yours.
Okay, let me bring in Zafar Islam for a moment, because Zafar Islam, I mentioned Okhla more than once today because it could be history today. The first time a constituency with a large Muslim population is voting in possibly Manish Chaudhary, who's a Hindu, first time in 35 years, in over 30 years. One of the concerns is, if there's a BJP government, will you see a greater divide Hindu-Muslim on the ground, or are you confident that some of those divides that we saw during the Delhi riots in 2020 will now be healed? Do you see the BJP forming a government and providing a healing touch to a large section of the population?
Let me tell you very candidly, Rajdeep, I had told Rahul yesterday that we are winning Mustafabad as well as Okhla. We will create history. But why? Because Manish's equation with the Muslim community is extremely good. And many of my friends who live in that part of the city have very candidly said that we will vote for Manish. And that is what matters, because he is being supported big time by Muslim community. And people are talking about AMIM. See the response. So the people have not even given 500 votes or 600 votes to the AMIM candidate, because people know that a good candidate is always welcome, and that's why Manish Chaudhary will win from them. And the current margin is 2,200, but I'm sure that he will win at least with by 10,000 margin of 10,000.
You know,
That
by
is
the
something
end,
which we have predicted.
right.